Hello everyone. My name is Olga Benitez and I work for the University of Deusto. And first of all, we would like to thank you for your participation, for your attendance to this webinar. And we hope you to find important information for your future endeavors. Well, we're going to talk about the program Erasmus Mundus Action 2. Concretely, the program that it's launched for the North of Africa, Fatima Al Fihri Lot 1, which is especially for Egypt, Libya, Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, and for Europe. We are presenting now a second call for applications. We had one last year. So we're going to provide you with information important in order for you to apply. Well, our presentation will include a brief introduction on the program. We're going to talk about more concretely about Erasmus Mundus Fatima Al-Fihri project, the one that you are going to apply for. We will talk about the second call for applications, this one. We will give you all the information that you need in order to apply. We will give you the information about the program itself and what is this scholarship program about. And we are going to describe a little bit the European host informations that host universities that you could attend to. So the program Erasmus Mundus Action 2 has the huge goal of bringing together the European universities with the world universities worldwide, and this is done through a through this program, and this program is vehiculated by the main activity, which is the grants. This is a program financed by the European Commission, and that will support the academic excellence and will enhance the cooperation between European universities and non-European universities. So we have within this program Erasmus Mundus 3 different actions, and if each different action has different goals. We're going to focus our presentation in Action 2, which is mobility flows of students and academics. And again, this is done through scholarships, full scholarship, complete scholarships, and we will talk about this more in detail about these grants in a second. Well, the program that we would like to present to you is Fatima Al-Fihri, and this is composed by a partnership of 20 universities. 11 of these universities are in the north of Africa, and 9 of these these universities are in Europe. These countries are Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands, Portugal, and Spain. And well, all these universities have a large experience on internationalization, and we are used to deal with international students. And these grants are focused on specific types of mobility, and these are undergraduate, master's, doctorate, postdoctorate, and administrative and academic staff. As I mentioned before, we had already a call for applications during the first year of the program, and in this first cohort we accomplished our goals for masters, for doctorate positions, and for postdoc. For this call, we're trying to reach undergraduate students and academic staff or administrative staff. And again, these mobilities are possible from the north of Africa to Europe and vice versa. It's not possible for you to go to another North African country. So this is probably the main features of the program. Oops. for some reason we're experiencing, okay, let's go back here. So this program targets a specific type of people, and we have three different target groups. The first target group are the ones who are registered in one of the universities that are member of the consortium, and this is you have to identify yourself once you're preparing your application. This application is done online, and you will get a question there, and you need to identify yourself as a target group 1 if you are currently enrolled in a university member of the consortium, or a target group 2 if you are a national of any of the targeted countries, but you are not enrolled in a university that is a member of the consortium, or target group 3 if you are national of the targeted countries, but you are experiencing a specific situation that we identify as refugee, you have a refugee status or asylum beneficiaries. I would like to present to you the universities that are considered, I mean, if you are enrolled in these universities, you consider yourself a target group 1. In Algeria, we work with the University of Alger. In Morocco, Mohammed Premier and Kadi Ajad. In Egypt, we work with the Suez Canal, Cairo University, Alexandria, and Aswan University. In Tunisia, we work with University of Monastir and University of Gendova. And in Libya, we work with LIMU, Libyan International Medical University, and Omar Mukhtar. And in Europe, you could apply for the 8 universities that are member of the partnership, and these are the University of Deusto, that it's located in Spain, University of Groningen in the Netherlands, Humboldt University in Germany, University of Lille in France, University of Luxembourg in Luxembourg, University of Mons in Belgium, University of Padua in Italy, University of Porto in Portugal, and University of Strasbourg in France. As I mentioned before, the most important activity that we will be undertaking is the mobility of students through a program of grants, as I mentioned before. So in this case, we're going to focus our presentation specifically in the mobilities for undergraduate, as I mentioned before, and the administrative or academic staff. So the conditions, the economic conditions of the grants are that you will be provided with a travel, the travel costs, which is a round-trip ticket from and to your home university. Then you will be also covered by health insurance during the whole period of your stay in the host university. You don't have to pay for any tuition fees. This will be included in the program. And every month you're going to get a subsistence allowance of 1,000 euros in the case of undergraduates. And for staff, it's 2,500 euros. As I mentioned before, this amount is enough to cover all your expenses in Europe and to have a very decent life as a student. So you are not going to need any extra funds from your family or your country or your university. So this is why we say this is our very comprehensive scholarships, grants. As for the duration of the grant that you will apply for, it's in the case of undergraduates, you can stay in any university in Europe, the ones that I mentioned before, from 1 academic semester to 10 months. This is the possible duration. And I would like to clarify here that this is what we consider a mobility. That means that your home university will be the one who will grant at the end the degree of your studies, and it's not going to be the European one. It's going to be mainly your home university. And if you are European, it's your university in Europe, the one who's going to grant the degree at the end. You are going to visit the host university for 1 semester to 2 semesters and take some subjects there, and whatever you do in the host university is going to be recognized once you go back to your home university. In the case of administrative and academic staff, the possibility it's restricted to 1 month. And of course, in 1 month we don't have enough time to do research. So there are some activities that are more feasible to happen during 1 month, and these are mainly, teaching activities or the possibilities, if you can look for possibilities of bilateral agreements and further cooperation. And this applies mainly to the students who are coming from north of Africa to Europe. In the case of the students and staff who are coming from Europe to north of Africa, the undergraduates period will be extended from 1 semester to 6 months. In the case of administrative and academic staff, again, will be restricted to 1 month. This program is offered for all fields of study, and of course we're not going to mention them all here. This is something that you have to do, this type of research. You have to do this in our website. In our website, which is alfihri.eu, you will find everything that you need in order to apply, all the information that you need. Whatever is mentioned in this presentation, but complementary information also. The fields of study, for example, you will find a link there for fields of studies, and you will see very easily what all the academic programs that are offered for this program. You will see the type of mobility, the duration, and the conditions in order to apply for each university. So everything is very clearly explained in this website. As I mentioned before, also that we are working on our second cohort or second call for application, and I would like to mention also that we opened our call for applications last year in October, and the deadline to apply it's February 27th, midnight. So you have plenty time to gather all the documents in order to apply. You will see it's a very, very simple application. The application has 3 parts. The first one, it's you were going to be requested to provide certain information, like your contact information, address, and information related to your fields of study and your studies. And also the second part, in the second part you have to choose the university that you will apply to. Keep in mind that you will have 3 possibilities, 3 different choices. This means that you can, in a way, multiply your possibilities of being selected, because if you apply to 3 different universities, then the 3 different universities will check your application. As undergraduates, also please keep in mind that that you are going to be very related to the recognition of the subjects that you're going to take. Therefore, it's important you to look for the same program academic program that you are undertaking in your university, home university. This is the one that you have to choose in the host university. So the third part of the application, please keep in mind that is these documents that we were talking about, that you have to upload the documents that are going to be requested. We will see these documents more in detail, but these are the basic documents that are requested to assess your academic profile. So again, please, the website that I mentioned before, this is the information. I mean, you can find all the information right there. We in this second call of applications, we will be targeting mainly target group 1 and target group 3, yeah, for undergraduates. This means that if you are a student of any university that is member of the consortium, then you can apply. And as well, if you are you have a refugee status, you can apply as an undergraduate. For administrative and academic staff, you can apply even if you are not staff or you are not personnel of any partner university. And you can apply also if you are member of, part of the personnel of the university that is member of the consortium. See? So we have these restrictions. You can recheck this presentation again if you have any doubts on what it means to be target group 1 or what it means to be target group 3 or 2. And again, at the end of this session, we will try to keep it very brief because we would like to have your questions and to listen to your doubts mainly. So you have any doubts on this, please just send us your questions. Again, as I mentioned before, North Africans and Europeans are welcome to apply for this second cohort. And it's important for you to keep in mind that before applying, you have to have very clear what's the eligibility criteria and what it means to be target group 1 or target group 3. Again, you can find all this information on who can apply. You can see there the restrictions and the eligibility criteria on to be a participant of this program. In the fields of study, if you need to find this, of course you need to find this information. You also will find it in our website, fields of study. Unfortunately, we cannot have access to our website from this webinar, and this is why we're providing you directly the links, but everything is, you just need the main one, which is alfihri.eu. And also for the application instructions, you will have application instructions, yeah? The application, it's also done by online. You will see that there is a sign there that says apply now, a link, and this link will take you to a database, and in this database you will start filling out your application. Everything is done online. There's no need to send any documents, any hard copies of anything to anyone. Everything is done online, so this is why it's a very easy and very convenient type of application. Well, in this also second call, I would like to provide you these facts that we have been mentioning before. Remember that for undergraduate, and this means only exchange students, this doesn't mean that you are going to be granted a full degree, bachelor degree at your host university. You will be visiting the host university for 1 or 2 semesters, and this mobility, it's this type of mobility, the undergraduate one, it's open for target group 1 This means the ones who are registered, currently registered in in a university that's member of the consortium, or if you have a refugee status and you are, of course, national for any targeted country. You will get a monthly allowance of 1,000 euros. Your mobility period will be 1 academic semester to 10 months. Yeah. And this is in the case of North African students coming to Europe. In the case of Europeans, it will be up to 6 months. You will have also a health insurance. You will have all your travel costs will be covered, and you are not going to pay for your tuition fees. We have a tuition fee waiver policy. And if you are academic or administrative staff, you can apply within the target group 1 and 2. You will get a monthly allowance of 2,500 euros, which is, this will be the amount that you will receive for the month that you're going to stay in a host university. You will get a health insurance. Your travel fees, travel costs are going to be covered, and also you don't need to, of course, the tuition fee doesn't apply to you, so it's it's not applicable to this case. In order to apply, again, you have to do this process online in the website that we mentioned before. And the eligibility criteria, this is something that you also have to check in the website, but mainly for undergraduates, it's very easy. You must have at least 1 year, 1 academic year as undergraduate in your home university. So this is open for 2nd and 3rd year students, because normally when you apply, the mobility will start in September. So this means that if you have finished by September with your academic program in your home university, the mobility has no meaning, academically speaking, because you are not going to, whatever you're going to do in your host university will not be recognized because you already finished your program. So this is why, if you're in your last year, then this is not an opportunity for you. But if you are in your 2nd and 3rd year, it's, you can apply also to this program. And we mentioned that you have to have at least 1 academic year, because we need to have some certain profile to assess, and the way to assess it is through this transcript of records that you're going to provide. So the requirements besides this to be eligible, the requirements that are going to be asked to you in order to apply are to present a scanned copy of your passport. You have to upload this document in the 3rd part of the application, as I mentioned before. For target group 1 candidates, you have to prove that you are registered in a partner university. And when we talk about partner universities, are the ones that we mentioned already in the list of the members of the consortium, that you can find also in this presentation after we finish. And you need, if you are a refugee, if you are target group 3, you need to prove that you are a refugee and you have the refugee status, and you can upload a copy of your travel documents. Also, in the case of all cases, you need to provide a transcript of record and a language level test. Each university, and probably this is a question that you have already in your minds, each university has different requirements in terms of language. Some of them ask for a TOEFL, some of them they need just a proof from your university about your language. Of course, the universities that are located in francophone countries, and they don't ask for any test if you belong to any country from Morocco, Algeria, or Tunisia. So this varies, and it's important for you to know if you are going to apply for 3 different universities to have the information that you are going to find in the website. You have to look for the information that it's there in order to the requirements in order to apply to that university in terms of language. So this is mainly the requirements in order to apply. And if you are in a staff, academic or administrative one, then you have also to upload a passport. You need to prove that you are part of the consortium, or you work in a university of the partnership. You need to provide your CV in English. Of course, if you're applying to a francophone university and you live in francophone and country that also speak French, then you don't need to translate it. And you need also to provide a work plan. This work plan means this is a document, very simple, in which you are going to describe what are the activities that you will be interested in developing once you are in the host university. And this can be done by weeks. If you're going to stay for weeks in a host university, then you can describe there what you're going to do within these 4 weeks. And remember, these activities must be linked to your daily duties and in your home university. In order to choose your host university, you will have, again, as I mentioned before, you will have 3 options, and these university are listed in the website that we mentioned before, in the site for institutions. And the fields of studies that are offering this type of mobility varies according to each university. Please keep in mind that each university has their own features, and they can be a comprehensive one. That means that they have a large number of disciplines, academic disciplines, or they could be more specialized universities, and meaning that they have they are focused in certain fields of study. So each university has a different offer, and it's important you to find this offer in this link that is here. Again, these are the host universities for European partners. We have to mention them again because in this point it's important, after mentioning that each one has its own features. It's important for you to know that you can apply in Spain, you can apply for University of Deusto. The programs offered here are in English and Spanish. In the Netherlands, University of Groningen, the programs are mainly English and in Dutch. In Germany, you can apply to University of Humboldt. The programs here are offered in English and German. In France, you can apply to University of Lille. Programs are offered mainly in French. Luxembourg are offered in several languages. German includes German, English, and Luxembourgish. In Belgium, you can apply mainly to programs in University of Mons, programs that are mainly in French. Italy, you can apply to University of Padova, and the programs are in English and Italian. Portugal, you can apply to University of Porto, and programs are in English and in Spanish and Portuguese, sorry. And in France, you can apply to University of Strasbourg, and the programs are mainly in English and in French. And now I would like to give you a brief view of the universities that you can apply to. First of all, is University of Deusto, which is the coordinator of the program. Our university is located in the northern side of Spain, in the Basque Country. And for this specific goal, we are offering undergraduate mobilities. These are the ones. I'm not going to read them all because we have, you can have access to this presentation. So again, I would like just to reinforce that our offer is, this offer is in English, and we also offer programs in Spanish, but the one that we're presenting here, it's mainly in English and in Spanish, yeah. For academic and administrative staff, here's our offer, and it's mainly in English and of course in Spanish. Groningen, it's a very well-known university in Europe. It's a comprehensive one. That means that it has all fields of studies, and it's located in the Netherlands, in the center of Europe. For undergraduate mobilities, they are offering these academic fields, all of them in English also, and in Dutch. And for the staff, then these are the available academic fields offered for this goal. In the case of University of Humboldt, this is also a very well-known university in Europe. It's located in Berlin, a very lively city in Germany. And they are also a comprehensive university. Undergraduate programs are mainly offered in German. This is a characteristic that the university has. The undergraduate programs are offered mainly in German. Yeah, and also for academic and administrative staff, these are the fields of studies. As you can see, administrative staff, it's also included in the previous ones, and they can accept applicants also in English, if they speak English, and German, of course. University of Lille, it's located in France. Lille is also very close to Paris. And as for their academic offer, you can see it here. We don't have administrative staff. Sorry, this is something that we're going to see in the next one. But sorry, for undergraduates, then this is what you can find. And this offer, it's mainly in French. As for the academic offer, as I mentioned before, it's not open for administrative staff, but for academic staff. And you can find these areas, academic areas within the offer. The University of Luxembourg is located in a very small country, also in the center of Europe, Luxembourg, which is a very international one. And for the undergraduate mobility, you will find all these different programs, and it's important you to check one by one because languages changes from program to program, and they offer also. So you can speak here. You can find programs in French, in German, in Luxembourgish, and in English. And for academic and administrative mobility, in reality, we have only law, and this is just in the case of, just law. For University of Mons, it's located in Belgium. close to Brussels. This is in the core of Europe. And for the undergraduate mobility, they have, this is the offer that you can find here. They work mainly at undergraduate level in French. And for academic and administrative staff, you can see, I mean, it's a very large one, and it's mainly for academic staff, and these are the areas that are offered. And this can be offered in English or in French. But again, you have to check the site that we mentioned before to check one by one. And we have now the University of Padua, located in Italy. And the undergraduate offer comprehends this list here. It's very comprehensive, as you can see. The language of instruction is mainly Italian at undergraduate level, and also English. And for the academic and administrative offer, you can find all these areas. The administrative area, it's described under International Relations Office. So this is what you can find here. The University of Porto, it's located in Portugal. Also, it's in the south of Europe, and it's focused more on engineering and technological careers. And undergraduate mobility this is the offer for undergraduate mobility. The offer is mainly in Portuguese, but you can find also some programs in English. And for the academic offer, this is also this is a white one, and we have, I mean, we include the academic and the administrative staff for international relations. So this is the offer for Porto. And now let's talk about Strasbourg, which is located in France. And for undergraduate mobility, they have just one possibility, and it's arts and design. This program is offered in French. And the academic and administrative mobility includes all these different areas. And I would like to mention again that the call for applications will be open until February 27th. And whatever information you need, you can find this website. And in this website, you will find also the contact person per university, also the contact person for the coordinator of the program, which is University of Deusto. And we will be very happy to provide you with more information. And well, if you need extra support preparing your proposal, please don't hesitate to contact us or to contact the university that you are interested in. So now we're going to open the session for questions. Let me just prepare all the settings to give you the possibility for writing your questions. So you can ask at any time. We have a question here from Ahmed Desan. Can I ask how the assessment of the applications work, or based on what points? Yes, you will find in the website, you will find the criteria in order to assess the applications. Each host university will have the opportunity to assess the documents that you're going to send based on your GPA based on the what you have filled out in your motivation statement, based on your the documents that you have that you will provide. So this plus the selection criteria that you find in the web will give us a list of pre-selected per each university. Each host university will say, these are my candidates, these are the candidates that we like, that are important for us, and we will have a selection meeting. We're going to do this one through Skype. And in this meeting with all partners, we're going to decide on the final numbers, because we don't have thousands of applications available. So this is, as you know, this is a competitive process. So based on the documents that you're going to send, and based on to present an appeal to the process, if you want to have more information on how your application has been assessed, or why you got the result that you get. Now I have a question from Abdel. If I'm not part of the university, can I apply anyway? You can apply. You can apply. It depends on what type of mobility you are. If you're interested in a academic grant, then yes, you can apply, because this one is open for target group 1 and target group 2. But if you are an undergraduate and you are not enrolled in a partner university, then you could apply only if you are a refugee, because this one, it's open only for the students who are currently enrolled in the partner universities, and for the ones who has a refugee status. I have a question from Ibrahim. Could you please provide us with this presentation? Of course, this presentation will be available in our website. And let me check with my colleague here, because it seems that also will be late. As I mentioned before, in the website, you will find it under the section latest news section, latest news. So you will find it there. Of course, it's going to be available for you. Eunice is asking if we could take this presentation. Please, of course, you can take it from there. You can download this application. This is going to be available tomorrow. Tomorrow you can have this presentation. It's going to be available for everyone. Kirolos is asking, when I'm in my 4th year in Faculty of Medicine, can I apply to University of months? Well, if you're in your 4th year, and your program, it's a 5-year program, then that means it's possible for you to apply. If you're in your last year, of course, it's not possible to apply. It's important for you to know that the duration of programs are different depending on the countries that you are in. In the case of medicine, it also varies in many countries, even in Europe, it varies. So if you're 4th year and if you're in your 4th year and this is a program of 5 years, yes, you can apply. But you couldn't apply if you're in your 5th year. Ahmed Hassan is asking, well, again, this is the same question that we mentioned before. So now Ricardo Pereira has several questions. I'm a European student in the last year of master degree. I would like to have the experience of living and studying in North Africa. But I see my present academic situation doesn't fit the program at the moment. Am I going to have that opportunity in the next year, in future, under this program? Well, actually, no, because within the Fatima Al Fihri program, you are not going to have this opportunity. This is our second and last call for applications. So this is something that's not going to be possible for you to experience within Fatima Al Fihri. But don't be sad, because there are other programs that you can apply to, and you can also find this information in our website. In our website, we have links to other programs that are there for the north of Africa, and for you to have this experience also. And of course, with different universities, different consortium, different partnerships, but yes, you can try with these links and check their deadlines for applications and what are their requirements in order to apply. But you can find all these links in our website. And let me check you can find that under a link that in the website that it's called Erasmus Mundus Action 2 Projects for North of Africa. So this is something that we share with all the ones who are interested. For you to know that there are many other projects besides Fatima Al Fihri. This one is coordinated by the University of Deusto, and we are in our second year of implementation, but you can take other possibilities or other opportunities in other programs. Okay, let me see, after Ricardo, then we have a question from Adele, and I did not finish my PhD yet, but I expect to do it very soon. Can I apply for a postdoctorate? And unfortunately, no, because one of the requirements in order to apply, it's you have to upload your PhD certificate. So you need to have a PhD certificate in order to apply as a postdoctorate. Postdocs. But I will tell you the same thing that I told to Ricardo. There are other programs probably you can apply as a PhD in order to have just a mobility to get information from to collect data, to work in a chapter of your thesis within other projects, not in Fatima Al Fihri, because unfortunately we don't have anything open for PhD students, but in other program. Ahmed, it's asking that he's saying that he's in the third year of medical student in Suez Canal. Can I apply? Yes, you can apply, and you would be a target group 1. You should identify yourself as a target group 1, because Suez Canal is our partner, and if you're in your third year, you are 2 years away from getting your certificate, so yes, you can apply. Ricardo is saying thank you and good luck to everyone. Good luck to you, Ricardo, also. Hope you to find a good opportunity within the other projects. The other projects are more recent. Let me tell you that they are more recent, so you for sure will find good opportunities there. Ahmed is saying for University of Humboldt. Okay, I guess you are connecting this with the previous one, which is that if you could apply for University of Humboldt. This is something that of course you can apply. Remember that you have three choices, three different choices in order to apply. You can apply for Humboldt and for 2 other universities that can offer medicine. But the ones who decide if you are eligible or not in their university, it will be in this case Humboldt. Yeah. So of course you can apply, but please make sure that you're that you have all the requirements that they need in order to apply. And this, again, this information on the specific the requirements per university can be found in our website in the fields of studies. You will see there a huge chart that describes program by program what is needed in terms of language, in terms of GPA, in terms of documents. So that depends on each university. So you have to check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has said, I think also if you are from a non-partner university, you can apply target group 2. You are registered, blah, blah, blah. Okay. No, not in this case, in the case of Fatima Al Fihri, because as I told you before, this is our second cohort, our second call for applications. During the first year, we did our first call for applications, and in this one, we include, we have, from this year, we have a large list of selected students, and we have all the positions available for target group 2 already we fulfill these positions. So in this call, we are not going to regarding any application for target group 2 because we already have the numbers for target group 2 that we already needed. So, but in the case of staff, as I mentioned before, in the case of staff, yes, we are going to check and we are going to need applications from target group 2. Yeah, just for academic or administrative staff. In the case of undergraduate students, we are not, unfortunately, we are not going to check applications from target group 2 because we covered these positions last year, so it's not needed now. Ahmed, it's saying, okay, last question because I didn't hear it. How the assessment points and grades work? Again, it's not a matter of assessment points. Each university will have the opportunity to say if they select or they don't select the applicant, and they have to provide the reasons why they don't select them. If they pre-select them, they assign a ranking, and this ranking will assess each of the criteria that is in the website. Yeah, you will find it like GPA, your motivation statement, the documents that you send. If you are men or female, if you prove that you have a good level of language. So each of these criteria will have a, let's say, some points. So at the end, we're going to have a meeting with all partners, and we will choose the students with, let's say, more points. Yeah? So this is more or less how it works. Thank you for Abdel is saying that thank you for the clarification, and wish you all success for application. Thank you, Deusto University. Thanks to you very much, Abdel, for your questions, for your participation, and for your attendance. Kerolos is saying that please, the educational program at the Faculty of Medicine at University of Mons is only 3 years, but in Swiss Canal University is 6 years. Well, in this case, you can apply because you are entitled to apply. I'm not sure if medicine is 3 years. I think that it's. I mean, you can find it there, and And but if it's a 3 years education, then I mean, you are entitled to apply because you are not in your last year, and it's up to University of Mons to say if you are filling out their requirements and their in their profile. So yeah, that's fine. The important thing here, it's as my colleague is pointing out here, my colleague Judith, who is with me now, that we can find matching subjects. This is the most important thing. That's in Mons you can find subjects that can be recognized at your university. Ahmed is saying thanks a lot for this clarification. It's really helpful. Thanks to you, Ahmed, for your participation and for your attendance. Let's see if we have more questions here. Again, I would like to mention a few things before closing this session. First of all the information is in the website that I mentioned. Probably, if I have to summarize this presentation, I could do it in a few words saying, go to our website, which is alfihri.eu, yeah, right there. And in there you will find all the information that you have here. Again, you also will find there the contact information for our partners, for the coordination team here in University of Deusto, and we will be very glad to support you with your application process. This is one thing that I wanted to mention. Another thing that it's important for me, for you to keep in mind, is that keep in mind this deadline. It's crucial, yeah? And I would like to tell you that the final recommendation and the final results are going to be published in the website by the end of April. See, because in April we're going to have our selection meeting, the one that I mentioned to you, with the whole consortium. So we expect to have the final results by the end of April, and this is going to be published in the website. At the same time, each of you, the ones who have participated, and it doesn't matter the results, if you are granted, if you are not granted, or you're in a waiting list, you will be informed by email about their results also. So I think we don't have more questions. I really would like to thank you for your attention. And again, this presentation is going to be available in the website. And we will be waiting for your questions, your doubts. You can send us emails to the website that it's in the website you will find the contact information. So this is everything from our side. Thank you very much. We hope to see all your applications there. And again, check our website. And for any question, go to our email, which is alfihri.deusto.es. So thank you very much, and hope to see you in Europe or in North of Africa. Bye.